What's up, fam? I'm Jasmine, and welcome back to the fourth episode of my Beginner's Guide series. Today, we are going to be expanding on this residential zone. We also finally get our high density zones, so we have new apartment buildings and offices, and we also work on this industrial zone. This is the core industrial zone that we have in our city. And then finally, we level up our farming industry. So you will need the industries DLC, but if you don't have it, that's okay. You can still enjoy this farming content. So without further ado, we'll get started. So in the last episode, we left off with expanding our residential area of Brookhaven. And we also started on this city park, which is now at a level 2. And then we also expanded a little bit of our industrial zone. And finally, we added on to this area here, Holly Heights. This has our farming industry. This has also leveled up to level 2. And yeah, so currently our population is at a little over 6,000. We need to get to 8,000 in order to get to the high density zones. Once we get to high density, we can really start expanding, and our city will grow really, really fast. So we really want to hit that milestone. Also, with the high density zones, you get the office zones, so that will bring in some wealthier residents, and we can also use office zones as an alternative to the dirty industry. So I really like having the offices. It just kind of cleans up the city a little bit, and it just makes it seem a little bit more attractive. So another thing I am going to do is I'm going to put in I think we might need to start adding in, so we can add in a clinic over this way, and I think we're okay with our with our cemetery, but we might need, let's look at our, let's go ahead and put in a police station over here. So I'm gonna do that there, and as I do that, I'm going to put in a little road here. So this road can kind of be a little bit of a sort of like a service road, I think. Let's see, what else can we do? Just adding some more residential zones in here. We might have space to put in another row. I don't want to put anything like super close to the highway, but maybe we can do like this. I think that would be fine. And we can add in just a little bit more water over here. Pretty expensive utility in the game, but once you kind of get more of a profit going, you can really you don't have to worry as much about about your utilities, but yeah, it's always a good idea to just be smart with how you are spending the money. And I think since this is so close, I'm not going to put anything on this side of the street. I'm just going to put in some more trees. We have some trees in here. I'm just going to put in, there's an oak tree here that I really like, and it's fairly large, so I like to use this tree a lot of the time. And I think, let's see, need like a little bit of a larger tree. What's a larger tree in here? I guess this one. I like to place trees down individually, but you can also use this tool here. I guess we call it a brush. You hold that down. You can increase your strength, and it will populate more trees for you. So I am just going to go back, and I think let's fill this out. Okay, so now another thing I wanted to do is, let me go ahead and let's put some more commercial in here. I'm gonna leave this open because we might want to use this for, like, I don't know, another asset, either like the child's health care or the elderly care or something. I think maybe the child one might fit in. And let's just see. Yeah, so that actually fits in really well. So I'm placing that right there. And then I think we might have room for a post office. The post office is pretty loud, so you have to be careful where you place this orange ring around it. That's telling you the noise that it brings in. So I'm going to move it right here. This is not going to be affecting any of our residential houses. So I'm going to place that there. Now this is locked here. This will open up this post sorting facility once we hit that 8,000 population milestone. So that sorting facility helps with collecting the mail and sorting the mail, and then it says it sorts the mail into batches for delivery to the addressee locally and outside of the city. So that is really important to our postal system. Now, since I'm over here, let's go ahead and take a look at our farming industry. So we've called this orchard farmland. We probably could rename this. Let's rename it. Let's just go with our Holly Heights. Let's just name it Holly Farm. I guess it's not really better, but we'll just go with that. So this small animal pasture, they like to complain a lot about not having enough crops to produce the animal products that are needed. So we do have some money here. With our upgrade in the last episode, we weren't able to put in any assets, I don't think, that came with the second level for this farm. So we have the flour mill, the cattle shed, a small barn. I think the grain silo came with the first level update, but the barn, I think the barn acts similarly to the warehouse. It's going to store stuff. So even though this looks like a really small asset, it will produce a lot of traffic. The same thing here with the small grain silo. This is another storage asset. It will produce a lot of traffic as well. So I think now that I'm looking at it, I feel like this warehouse yard needs to be maybe over here, because then our trucks aren't having to go in here. You know, you kind of have to consider the traffic flow. So I think it might be good to place this over here, and we can make a little bit of a little road here. So that might help us with some of the traffic. And then we can go ahead and put in some more of these storage facilities in here. So let's see what's cheaper. The small grain silo is cheaper, so I'm gonna put that right there. Perfect. So we'll just watch this to see how the traffic is moving. Now we can also use one-way roads to help control the flow. So like if we didn't want people coming down this road, maybe we want this to be an exit road or something like that, we could change that. But let's just see. It's not an issue right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now the flour mill and the cattle shed. So let's just look at these descriptions really quick. So the flour mill says it's a processing building. It requires crops to produce flour. The flour mills grind the crops into flour, package it for transportation. This is a processing building that does need to be placed inside the industry area. It produces 40 tons per week, and the freight truck count is 5. Also, take a look at the water and the electricity just to see, you know, how that might affect your utilities. Our electricity right now, I think, is pretty good, but let's just check it just in case. So you can go to the electricity tab and you can see. So we do need to produce some more electricity. Let's go ahead and take care of that before we have an issue with our flour mill. So last time, I don't think I showed you this, but these advanced wind turbines, they are really awesome, but they only work in water. And our river here is not producing enough of flow in order to produce electricity from it. So let's go over here. We have the geothermal power plant. We don't have enough money to use this yet, but this is definitely something that we will use once we have more money. This is a power plant that comes with the Green Cities DLC. I recommend that DLC just because you do get these really nice green energy power plants and utilities, things like that, and it's pretty helpful, I think. So since we don't have those nice options, we're gonna have to go back to our coal power plant. It'll be all right. We're gonna make it, but let's go ahead and place that in our industry zone. So now I'm gonna go back to our flour mill. We are definitely gonna use this, and this is another building that is going to produce a lot of traffic. So gosh, where should I place this? I'm going to place it over here, and I hope that has enough electricity. Maybe, does it? No, it doesn't, but that's okay. So let's go back and let's see what else we can place down here. So I think we are going to need some more crops for sure. Let's do that. Let's place that over here. Place this one. Let's just do 2 more and we will call it even. Okay, so I like to have my crops looking exactly the same. So I'm going with the pears. This one is potatoes, so we're gonna go with potatoes. Actually, you know what? Let's make this the greenhouse since it's next to the greenhouse. And this one will be potatoes and pears. There we go. All right. So we did all of that, and now we're at 16,000. So there you go. I think I am going to go ahead and move this. This is not, I don't want to have to try to put in, you know, more things to try to get this to have electricity. So we'll just place it there. It'll be fine. Okay. Not too shabby. So I'm just going to bump up the speed on the game a little bit. And let's see what else is happening. Our little town here, though, in Holly Heights is coming along. It's definitely, it's still developing. It's not as it's more low density than our Brookhaven neighborhood, that's where we started out with this city. But Holly Heights has some benefits. And I think one thing I want to do is I want to look at the policies over here, and let's just see what else we can do with this district. Now, I feel like I've talked about this before with these district-wide policies. These power usage and water usage, the smoke detector distribution, these are all really good policies to implement, but they do cost money, so you have to be really careful implementing these, especially if you do citywide. When you look at that upkeep of 5 simoleons per building, that's pretty expensive if you are just starting out. So another thing is the recycling is really good. It helps reduce the garbage accumulation, but it also reduces your tax income. So you have to be careful with that one as well. The parks and recreation, I love this one. I personally use that a lot. Schools out. This one is, we have implemented that for Holly Heights so that people will prefer to work over going to school. Now, that does not apply to your elementary school and your high school. They still have to go to school. But if they're young adults, they're going to prefer working versus going to a university. So we want that for this area so that they will go to work at the farm. Let's see. Encourage biking. This is one that is really good as well. I like to use this one, but I think this one is good to use if you have a lot of bike lanes in your city. Now, there are some roads here, so you can say encourage bike. Like I could say encourage biking right now. What that will do is people will bike on, I believe they will bike on the sidewalk if I'm not mistaken. I believe you will still have to put in the roads that have the bicycle lanes. So we can take a look at that. We have, do we have bicycle lanes yet? Yeah, okay. This is a 2-lane bicycle road, with bicycle lanes. We have this one that has a median road with bicycle lanes. We have another one. This has grass in the middle. This has trees in it. So these are some really good roads that we can implement. This one I really like, the 3-lane one-way road with bicycle lanes. We also have, let's see, there's one other one that I really like to use. There's a 3-lane, where is that? Isn't this one? I thought there was another one. Maybe it was that one. Okay, I think, oh, no, it's this one, this 4-lane road. This road I really, really like because it doesn't take as much space as the medium roads. So it's still a small road. So like this medium road takes up more space. This is a medium road here. If we had a lot of traffic and we didn't want to upgrade to that medium road because we wanted to conserve, space, this 4-lane road, I just passed it. This 4-lane road is awesome. Let's go ahead and see now, so you can see here, this is what's going on with our traffic. This is not good here. So this is what I'm going to do to solve this situation. We're going to use probably this one, this 3-lane one-way road. Is that 3-lane or 4-lane? That's a 4-lane. Let's do the 3-lane. Wait, do you want the 4-lane? let's go ahead and do the 4-lane, the 4-lane one. So our trucks will have to turn here and come out. So to help that along, we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to change the direction. Now let's see how this goes. So they're all going to turn around, and then they're going to come back around and to get to that silo. Now this is still not ideal. They're still, blocking traffic, but that's definitely better than what they were doing. Now, since it's going that way, I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put in some more one-way roads over here. I think we can leave that one alone. Okay, so let's unpause and let's see how this performs. Now also here, like I was talking about before in previous episodes, we have the medium, this medium road, and there it does have parking. And so it's like, do you want to have parking on the side or not? Personally, in this situation, I don't really like the parking on the side right here. I think it kind of makes it a little bit junky looking. So if we wanted to change that out, we could. We can, let's go with the 4-lane mode with the trees, or not the trees, okay, I mean, I guess we could do the trees with the bicycle lanes. Let's do that. So, so that changes the parking lane to a bicycle lane. So I'm going to put that throughout this entire road like that. And those bicycle lanes look pretty nice. I mean, they're not, they don't take up a ton of space. And then another thing that we can do is, so these trees come with, certain trees throughout the game. You can change them. I don't know what trees I want to use. Let's see, what does this one look like? Oh, I was like, why is it not working? All right. Okay. Yeah, so these are much larger trees. And I kind of like them. I think that looks nice. But you can see, it does get a bit repetitive. It's kind of, it's really up to you though how you want it to look. Like, it's like, do you want to see the other buildings on the other side of the street? Let me look at another one here. You can also change it to like bushes if you want that. I don't really like the bushes. I think they look those ones are a little too small. These ones are okay, I guess, but I wish that I could have like trees every other one maybe. Ooh, now these are kind of nice. Little, like, I don't know, dogwood trees. Those are kind of cute. kind of like that. Or these ones? No, those are too pink. Yeah, okay, let's just go with those. All right. Okay, now we have a crisis on our hands here. Oh, right. So this is also what I was talking about in the previous episode. When you have a landfill that is 100% full, it will not pick up any more garbage. So you have to accommodate that. So we're going to empty this to another building. It will most likely empty over to this recycling center here. This center here is not a good spot because it's on this medium road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in another road. So let's go this way over here just to make that connection. And then I think I'll kind of go in like right in the middle right here. And let's make this really tiny road, this tiny block right here. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to move, where is it? I'm going to move this over here. Then I'm going to, we do have some space or some money. I'm going to add in another recycling center. And then I'm going to bump this up or upgrade it. Not upgrade, but I'm just going to add in one more landfill. Now, this should really help us with our garbage issue. Another thing we can do is we can go into the budget panel and let's bump this up to about 130. Let's see how that goes. Now, while I was there, it said our water was at 130. We're going to put this back down to 100. And let's take a look at our, okay. Our electricity is maxed out, but I think that'll be okay for now. So now we can see our trucks are moving. Oh, I guess they need some water. The recycling center does need water, but your landfills do not need that. So just another thing to keep in mind. Okay, so just gonna put in some more water right there. And then I think we will also need more eco or water outlet. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's just put that there. All right, now you can also see here, you know, the same thing is happening with our garbage trucks and our recycling trucks. The recycling trucks are the green ones. The garbage landfill trucks are the sort of gray brownish ones. They are going to go the fastest route. I think it's fine though, like to do it this way. I guess since most of them are going like the same direction, we could go ahead and put in some more roads, one-way roads here. So this direction isn't the direction I was wanting to go, but it actually does make sense. So when you have your one-way road, you have to consider how people are going to be turning. So this one-way road is going in this direction, so people can make a right turn to get into the building that they need to get into, because these buildings are all on the same side of the road. All right, so now they're turning around and they're following the direction that we wanted them to go. So let's take a look at our park here. So in order for it to level up, it needs to get to 2,500. We are really close to hitting that 8,000 mile mark. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to expand a little bit more to our Brookhaven residential neighborhood. So, a couple of things, to consider when you're expanding your residential zones is you want to look at the leisure that's available in your neighborhood. Um, so like over here, this is a newer area, so the leisure isn't there because we haven't placed down any other parks in this area. Um, so we can go ahead and put in a park here. This is a tennis court. I like to place the tennis court and the basketball court in the same little like block. I don't know why I like to do that. I just do like I just do. This is another road that I really like too. This is the 2-lane road with a median. Um, I just like how this looks. I think it's the aesthetic that I really like. This is another one as well. This has the trees in it. I think that looks really nice too. And I think what I want to do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna upgrade some of these roads here, especially these main ones. And I think I'm gonna go that way, and then I think I want it to be like this one as well. So I'm gonna go and let's upgrade our trees. And let's see, what was the ones? I think I really like these. I think there's just a lot of them, but I think that should be okay. And this is one way we can help distinguish our neighborhoods from each other is what trees are being used on the roads. See, that looks like a lot of trees to me, and it's almost too many trees. Let's see. What about this? I think that one's okay since we have all of these trees around the park. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. All right. So since we implemented our bike lanes, I think we need to go in here and we're going to look at our policies again, and we're going to put in the bicycle one. I think that was, yeah, encourage biking. Now you have this one, and then there is the bike ban on sidewalks. So bikes can only use the bike lanes or the bike paths. I'm just going to use this one for now, and we'll just see. And then we can come back later and revisit the bike ban on sidewalks. Now, another thing too that that will also help us is we can put a little bit of commercial inside of our residential areas. I don't like to do this too much, because the commercial does bring in some noise. But like here, for example, I think this is fine because we don't have any residential that is like so close to that. So I think that's good. We also have the park over here. We have the school. So I think that's a perfect place to put in some more commercial. Okay, so now our industry area has leveled up. we have a couple of new things. We have the lemonade factory. That's an interesting one. The milking parlor, a medium crop field, which we will definitely be using, and the medium fruit field. So let's go back over there. And let me click on this again so we can see kind of where we're at. So our profit is like not great. We need to increase that profit. Let's see. Animal products. Oh, finally, we got our big town milestone. Yay. All right, so this is a really huge update. This comes with another area, campus areas. That is for if you have the campus DLC. I recommend that one as well because you are able to make special like custom universities, similar to the parks one, the industries one, where you have to paint a district for your university and plop down your university buildings. We also have a metro, we have the offices, and the high density stuff. Awesome. So this is a big update. All right, that also came with some more money for us, so that's looking good. I'm just gonna pause the game really quick because we still have issues with our garbage accumulation, but I want to go back over here and finish out this farming area. So the farmers workers barracks, this what does this do? This says each building increases work efficiency by 5%. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe we'll place this down somewhere. Place it right here. And then I wanted to get another animal. Let's see. Where's the animal one? The animal pasture, is that this one? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put another animal pasture in here, and let's go with the pigs. We'll go with the pigs, and while that is going on, we can put in a little bit more residential over here. And then I think we will need, yes, we definitely need another elementary school over here. This is going to be Holly Heights Elementary High School. Yeah, so I'm going to put our high school, oh, it doesn't fit right there. That's okay. I'm going to put our high school over here. Okay, and then we need, let's put in a ginormous park over here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this building, this community pool, I really like this building as well. This is an expensive building. This came with the Green Cities DLC as well. I really love this. I just like it because I like placing it near the high school to kind of make it seem like the high school has its own pool, like for swimming, the swim team. And then there's also the sports hall and gymnasium. I like to put that near the high school as well. Just kind of as like a rec center. But we don't have we don't have enough. I mean, we do have enough money to place that down, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put in like a really big park over here to kind of increase our land value. Okay, so this landfill totally got booked up, so we're gonna empty that one out. This one, I think, did we get an upgrade? We did. So with our new milestone, we got this incineration plant. This is amazing. You want to get this. So this incineration plant can be used instead of the landfills. If you do have the landfills, that's fine, but these will burn the trash and they will produce electricity for the city. this is absolutely something we are going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. Now this does produce a lot of traffic as well. So we have to keep that in mind when placing these buildings down. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to delete this landfill. And let's see. Let's just place one more incineration plant. Maybe right there. Okay. Now, okay, I'm keeping the game on pause because I want to put in some high density stuff. So I think a really good spot for our high density would be right here, just this little strip here. The high density does bring in some traffic as well, but it's, I don't think it's, I actually don't think it's too bad, like compared to like what the normal like low density stuff is. But is this the one with the, okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna put in this right here. Let me see if this is gonna connect. It doesn't connect. Gonna try to make a connection here, but that's okay. We can put that there. Well, let's see. Put it like up to, wait, let's delete that for a second. Put this up to here, like that. And we'll have this little block here. So, yeah, I like that. And we can put in just a couple of little commercial areas there. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add in a couple of more streets. So this can also be in our high density area. I don't think we have, oh, we do have water right there. Perfect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place these right here. And I think it's okay to have your high density near commercial, but you just kind of have to keep in mind the noise pollution from your commercial. If it's too much, that can make your citizens sick. So we don't want that. All right. Okay. Unpausing the game. Let's see. Let's see if this garbage situation gets under control. So our high density zones are starting to populate. That's really good. And since we have our high density zones, we can go in here to our budget. We need to bump this stuff up. So let's go ahead. We're going to bump up industry and offices to 12%. The commercial, I think I'm going to stay at 11, but our high density is going to be 12. And then our high density residential is going to be 11. And we're going to keep our low density at 10. But now that we have this massive neighborhood, I feel like the high school could be moved. Like if we moved it maybe right here. Let's do that. We got some mixed reviews on that decision, but and then I'm gonna I'm gonna move this little parking spot as well, if it'll fit. Where did I just place that? Oh, place it right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna move that as well. I think we have done a lot in this episode. I'm trying to keep these episodes short, but they have been kind of long, longer than I really wanted them to be. But we finally got in our high density area, and this is really going to bump up our growth for this city. We still need a name for this city, but I think I've kind of gotten some ideas for some names. I think I'll either put them in the chat or I might put them in a poll in my community tab, so you can cast your vote on which name you think would be better for this city. We've also leveled up our farming industry. This is really, really growing, and I think this is going to be really good for our city. We need to increase our profit though. We have a lot of expenses going on with that, and so we want to maximize that profit as much as possible. In the next episode, we will get into office zones and also placing in a university. So stick around for that one. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope that you enjoy these videos. Please leave a comment and let me know what you like about them. And with that, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next episode.